You have choreography to that one.
My kids have choreography to this song that you
Hot
wouldn't believe.
feels cold. Hey, speaking of musicians, guess what? There's a new movie out Friday. It's called Takers. Stars rapper T.I. You can have whatever you like. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
I met the guy.
You
I
did?
bonded. T.I., he and I were cold kicking it. Apparently.
Could I survive prison?
Could you? Yeah, yeah, sure. Anyone could survive. It's just on what ground.
It wouldn't be pleasant, but I'd make it out.
Yeah.
See, I asked T.I. if I'd survive prison. That's how close we are. He said, don't bet on it. Yeah. All this week, I'm going to have interviews with T.I. and the entire cast of Takers. And in about 5 minutes from now, I'm going to give you free tickets to an advance screening of the show. So stay tuned a little later for those free tickets to Takers.
Terrific.
Meantime, someone else I like to cold kick it with is Dax out there at TMZ.com in the heart of Hollywood. Did you know that T.I. was one of my posse?
You are way too white to be saying this stuff, Chris.
Thanks for calling out the obvious, Dax. What do you got for me on this Monday? Spencer and Heidi?
Sorry, thinking of cold kicking it. Basically, yes, we got some Heidi and Spencer news. The big story that happened over the weekend is that it looks like Spencer is trying to sell off a sex tape between the two of them, and it just keeps getting more bizarre. Apparently, they're down in Costa Rica right now. They're hashing out some deals. They're saying that they have been sitting down there inside the hotel room trying to decide what they're going to do. He says he wants $5 million from Vivid Entertainment for this entire stash of videos that he says he has. It would fill up an entire website. And I don't know. I'm kind of thinking the whole thing is just fake. Honestly, they're down there. We got this video of them. They didn't know the cameras were there. They were together. They see the cameras. Heidi runs off in one direction. Spencer tries to distract the cameras in the other direction. I'm thinking it's just one more big publicity move that they're actually still together. They're hanging out, doing their thing, and trying to strum up a lot of publicity. And they're saying that there's another video out there of Heidi with another woman, which would be Carissa Shannon, who is on The Girls Next Door, the second version, one of the twins on that show, who's also kind of a publicity, I guess, whore.
Wow.
So there you go.
Thanks for really calling it out and saying, you can't say that on TV, can you? You know, I do have...
Yes, I can.
You just did. I do have, an adult film that leaked onto YouTube, and it has received 7 hits. 7 hits. It's been on there for 5 years.
Down or what?
Apparently, I'm not doing something right. All right, very, very quickly, what's the deal with Mel? Is there an update on Mel Gibson?
Yeah, well, Oksana and him, basically, they're still going through everything. They've slowed down. Investigators are not in any rush to hand all their information over to DA. But do you remember that dentist that Oksana had that came out and said, oh, look, she definitely got hit in the mouth and in the temple, and then mysteriously just kind of changed his mind and said, no, that's not what happened. Well, now he's changing his mind and going back to the original story, saying, yes, she was definitely hit in the mouth and temple, and I don't know why he is changing his story so much.
All right, TMZ.com, my favorite website. I check it every day. Dax, let's you and I cold kick it.
Stop saying that.
I sound like Pee Wee Herman when I do it. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Dax. Let's cold kick it. Now, we're talking about movies. I'm going to give you those tickets to Takers in a couple of minutes, but I also spent yesterday, no joke, I spent 2 hours watching giant boobs and killer fish in 3D. And I'm not sure which terrified me more. I caved and I went to see Piranha in 3D.
No.
There was nothing but boobs and fish for 2 hours. Turns out, Piranha came in 6th place in the box office. Didn't do too well.
What, they don't like the fish?
Or the boobs.
Yeah.
The Expendables was #1 with 16 million, and Jennifer Aniston's film, The Switch, flopped. It debuted.
I'm kind of surprised.
It debuted at #8, if you can believe that.
Wow.
I have said it before, and I'll say it again. When it comes to movies, there are 2 things that I adore. I love rugby, and I love Morgan Freeman. And tonight, you can catch both of them. How about this? Absolutely free. Head over to Infinity Park, the local rugby stadium, hosting its Monday night movie madness. Invictus will be the film. Gates open at 7. Bring your own picnic. Have a great time. Won't cost you a cent. Again, Infinity Park over in Glendale. I think that sounds like fun.
It's a terrific idea.
We know where Natalie's going to be tonight. She's celebrating her husband's 40th birthday by taking the girls to American Idol Live.
It's what he wanted to do with the family.
It's what he wanted.
Yes.
You know, I am personal friends with Adam Lambert. Remember, he and I had this intimate moment. Remember that?
It was extremely intimate.
Just the side of my head there and a
Yes.
blonde chick and 30,000 people. But I did meet him.
And he got the microphone in his face.
Tonight, you get to meet all of the Idol finalists. They're going to be over at Comfort Dental Amphitheater.
Or Fiddler's.
Or
yeah.
Fiddler's Green. It all goes down at 7:30. Tickets are still available. And Natalie Tisdale will be there.
Yep, with the birthday boy.
With the birthday boy. No, maybe you take him to a strip club. No.
Oh, American Idol.
American
Clean
Idol.
Family fun.
So maybe I don't know Adam Lambert personally, but I am dear friends with Lady Gaga. Remember I had my photo taken with Lady Gaga?
Yes.
Remember that one?
Uh-huh.
She had the hairy arms
She's
and
much taller than I realized.
the Adam's apple.
Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe that's not the real Lady Gaga, but she is now the queen of Twitter.
Hello, world. This is Lady Gaga, Queen of Twitter.
She filmed this
I
little
wanted to
YouTube
thank
video
all
to
my
thank her
beautiful
fans.
alma
She is now the
for
most
following
followed person
Thank you for beginning my
on Twitter.
journey as
She's the
Twitter
Twitter fairy. She actually beat
May you always
Britney
have
Spears.
soft cuticles
No
while
way.
tweeting.
Yep, Britney Spears was the queen, but now Gaga has her with a total of, well, millions and millions of fans. I'd love
I
to.
think she tweets all
I
her
thought
own
you never
tweets.
participated
They all
in
hers. Do you think she
celebrity
actually does it
online
herself?
shenanigans.
Are you suggesting
I
that?
don't know. I always wonder with these stars that I follow on Twitter if it's really them.
I think it's her. 5.7 million people follow her on
And
Twitter.
my lips always-
Bring. Betty White getting her 5th Primetime Emmy. The 88-year-old won for her hosting gig on SNL. Neil Patrick Harris also won for Glee. So Betty White really making a lot of headlines. I'm hoping to interview her this weekend. And you know what I want to do? You know.
What do you want to do?
I want to make out with Betty White.
Oh!
Remember I made out with Rue McClanahan
Yes,
of the Golden Girls.
Betty White is next.
I've also made out with B. Arthur. Betty White's the only one left. So I'm hoping, well, congratulations to Betty White.
We'll find out after this next weekend.
Yeah. And finally, the final story of the day. Go ahead, give me your best Scarlett O'Hara.
I can't do
I
Scarlett
shall
O'Hara.
never go hungry again. No?
It's not very good.
Not very good? Turns out Scarlett was sort of, well, guy crazy and girl crazy.
You think I'll marry you just pay for the bonnet? I won't.
Don't flatter yourself. I'm not a married man.
There's a new book out that claims the two-time Oscar winner Vivien Leigh was a hot mess. Book's called Damn You, Scarlett. In it, accusations that she was bisexual, that she cruised Hollywood brothels, that she had affairs with at least 3 women, that she slept with a string of leading men, including Marlon Brando and Rex Harrison. And on top of all of that, she battled mental illness for most of her adult life. Isn't that amazing?
Quite a bombshell, yeah.
Stuff you didn't know about Scarlett O'Hara. And frankly, my dear,
Yes.
you not gonna finish that one?
Let you do it.
Hey, I mentioned the movie Takers earlier in the show. It opens Friday, but here's your chance to get free tickets to an advanced screening. How would you like to see Takers Thursday night on us? All you got to do is text the word everyday and your zip to 43549. Text the word everyday and your zip code to 43549. We'll give you free tickets to an advanced screening of Takers.
Lots of fun. Get in